Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This week marks 16 months since I ditched the dye and started letting my hair go natural. As you can see, I've gained quite a bit of traction since my last video 4 months ago. I'm kind of excited because I really feel like the end is in sight. I still go to the salon every 6 to 8 weeks and keep chopping away at this brown part. I am thankful that it hasn't turned a brassy orange, but it is quite tired looking. And I do have like more of a patch on this side. At my last appointment, I got my stylist to just layer it a little bit more in the back, but I'm not willing to go any shorter on the sides because I need to be able to put it back in the ponytail just because of our humid weather here. So I'm just going to swing around so you can have a look at my gray pattern. I still have quite a bit of dark hair at the back, as you can see, and the white and the gray is mostly framing my face. Most of the time I like it. Every now and then I have a bit of a wobble. You know, sometimes somebody will say something, or just certain days I just don't feel it. I had a situation recently after my Zumba class. It's for over 55s, and this lady came up to me and she told me about another class she thought I might be interested in. So she gave me the information. I came home and I checked it out online. And I was looking at the photo gallery and I recognized quite a few people, and they were all 75 and over. And I was like, oh, is that how old she thinks I am? Like, I was a bit crestfallen because I thought, oh no. But when things like that happen, I really just try to shake it off. And I do try to think about the positive aspects of having natural hair. You know, I no longer spend a lot of money at the salon, and I don't spend a lot of time there either. My appointments for my trims are, you know, I'm in and out in half an hour. And also I'm no longer putting chemicals in my hair. And, you know, that's a relief to me too. So there are lots of positive aspects, so I try to think of that. And the other thing is, I also try to maybe wear something a little bit brighter, just kind of cheer myself up a little bit. So a few viewers had asked me if I feel like I've had to change the colors that I wear since my hair is going gray. And I certainly have. In the past, when my hair was brown, I'd say my neutrals would be like in the brown orange palette, but now my neutrals are more black or navy. I just find there's a better contrast with my hair. So, and then, you know, I wear colors to accessorize it. So I definitely have changed. But when I'm having a bit of a drab day, you know, where I'm feeling a bit glum and I need cheering up, I just put on something a little bit bright. So, like this top, for example, it does just kind of cheer me up. So I don't normally wear red. It's not really, color that I would normally wear red or pink. But I do find, you know, now that my hair is gray, I'm okay with those colors in a pattern. So I'd wear something like that, and then, you know, just put on some colorful earrings or whatever and try to cheer myself up a bit. I'm wearing this red lipstick, so I don't wear this all the time. I'd say my go-tos are more like in the plum family, but I have this red Revlon lipstick that I quite like. It's called Successful Red. I don't know about successful, but it's very, very red. And I just put a little bit of that on and then put my regular lipstick on over top, and it just kind of brightens my face up a little bit. I also, you know, wear hair accessories sometimes, and I was looking for some colored hair bands and I couldn't find any, but there was a lady on YouTube teaching people how to crochet hair bands. So I've crocheted a couple and I wear these quite a lot. So I either wear them as a hairband or just put my hair back in a ponytail and use this as a tie and wind it around, and it just gives a little bit of color at the back. So I try to go from drab to fab when I'm having a bad day. So that's kind of my strategy. So in general, I find my gray hair is behaving quite well. You know, people had told me that gray hair can be a little bit coarse and wiry sometimes, but I really haven't experienced that too much. But I do have a patch at the back of my neck here that gets very tangly and kind of dry feeling. So my stylist had recommended just using a little bit of regular conditioner. on that section. So I just put a tiny bit of conditioner in my hand and then rub my fingers together like that. And I just run my fingers through my hair, and it sort of takes the tangles out, and it just helps keep that section under control. It smells really good too. So that's what I do for that little patch. And you could certainly run a little bit of conditioner anywhere, through your hair if you have a little bit of a section that's kind of got a mind of its own. But that works really well for me. So in general, I'd have to say, the journey's been pretty smooth lately. I think because it definitely looks intentional now, and most people that know me know that I'm actually doing this, so I don't feel the need to explain myself anymore. But also, I'm just generally feeling more comfortable, and I'm still doing, the simple hairstyles that I had demonstrated in my first video. If you haven't seen my first video, I'll put the link up here so you can check it out. But I do the braided hairband and the twist hairband a lot. And the reason I do them so much is this section of hair that goes into the hairband, this has almost all of the remaining brown in it. So if I can get that out of the way so it's not visible, I kind of feel like I look like I'm pretty much through the whole journey. And the ends are kind of tired looking on this section, which is understandable. I'm thankful that the dye didn't turn like a brassy orange color, but it is looking tired for sure. So when I do this twisted hairband, and I'm just doing it very quickly, just because I'll show you what it looks like when it's all tucked behind. And you really can't see very much brown at all when I do that, but it's pretty much all in this tail piece here. And the other thing is that I bought these new clips. They're very tiny, a lot smaller than the other ones that I was using, and they're really spring loaded and they hold my hair really well. So if I put this in the morning, I don't have to adjust it or redo it through the day. It'll just stay for the entire day. So when my hair's like that, I feel like, you really can't see very much brown at all. And whatever's there is really not the focus. So I'm good with that. I have noticed lately that there are more people around with natural hair. I think, definitely know people that have went through this journey during COVID, and everybody's, emerging now. We also have quite a number of tourists here, so I definitely, have a bit of radar, and I'm kind of checking them out. I'm just sort of curious about how old they might be and how long their hair is. So this is how long, basically, like 16 months growth rate here, or yeah, pretty much. So when I see someone with really long hair, long gray hair, I think, oh my goodness, like that must have taken 3 years to grow. And the other thing is, I sort of notice like what colors people with gray hair are wearing, because that's kind of a little bit new to me. I don't let my hair dictate what colors I wear. But I do, if I'm wearing something that sort of washes me out, I just try and accessorize it a bit to cheer myself up. So if you're on this journey, I'm really happy to have you along the way. And if you're contemplating it, take some time to sort of give it some thought. And just know that at any point, if you're not happy, you can always, dye your hair again. It's not set in stone. I think the first 6 months for me were definitely the hardest. And once it starts looking more intentional, and you're just, you become more determined the longer you've stuck with it. So anyway, if you have any comments or questions, I'd love to hear from you. If you have any tips for me, I really welcome that. And I'll post again in about 4 months. And I think by then I should be pretty well done. I'm sort of thinking like 2 more trims or so, and I'll be rid of most of that brown. So yeah, that's it for me. That's my update. Have a great day, everyone.